Hello everyone, Schmoedown, and yes, I realize that I'm very late on this, 10 days late to be exact, but it is what it is. I mean, I've just been really busy. I had zero time for myself, zero time for anything else, and this is the first time I actually have some time to watch some Schmoedown matches. Now, hopefully, this is the Star Wars doubleheader. Hopefully I'll have time to watch both, if I'll cut around the parts with when people actually come in to talk to the competitors, but I'm not making any promises that I can't keep. So I'm hopefully gonna watch the first one, which is Dimalanta versus Scrimshaw. Hopefully I can have enough time for Damon versus Witt, but I don't want to make any promises. I just really wanted to watch this, and I really wanted to have this reaction on my channel. So, again, I apologize. I understand perfectly if nobody wants to watch this anymore because it's not relevant anymore. But this is the first time I've had time to watch this myself. So this is all new experience to me. You guys probably already know who won and who lost, and that's great and that's awesome. To me, I just didn't have enough time to watch it, and this is the first for me. So hopefully you guys will actually decide to stick around and watch it, but again, this is just my first ever time watching this for myself. Here it goes.
Laura, is there still light in you?
I think the light is dead, Damon. I think it's dead. I think this is the start of something new today. I see this as sort of the first stop on a tour, my road to revenge.
To be honest, there's nobody in this tournament that I'm scared of. Then that's the god-honest truth. I have never wanted anything more than I do my shot at Alex. Scrimshaw better be prepared. Bring it on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the movie trivia Schmoedown. It's the Star Wars tournament, and we are here. I'm Christian Harloff, joined, as always, by my partner in crime, Mark Baby Carrots Ellis. Mark, this is something, man. This is a hyped-up match.
That's right, Christian. Well, please give the fans time for their applause for me to die down. Yeah. And now that that's happened, what a big-time match we have. And not just one match today, Christian. In the words of Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks, the legend, let's play two, all in support of a tournament where the winner is going to be etched in Star Wars canon heretofore. All the losers, well, they're just going to be deleted scenes on a Blu-ray extra.
Well, you know, in the past, a lot of what you just said was true. This year, the tournaments, though, even in the first round, are worth a lot to the factions because this year it's all about the faction. It's all about the points, and it's all about trying to earn, you know, your way up there in the rankings. And we knew that the Finstock Exchange was going to be good. We knew that they were going to be, you know, on top, and they are. But there are teams. Look, this is where we stand right now. The Finstock Exchange is in first place, but by 1 point below the Den. The Den is 1 point behind after Ben Goddard's recent victory over Jim Vejvoda. Swag in third place. The Burning Droogs are in fourth, but the Quirky Mercs, this is where it's important here today. The Quirky Mercs have 6 points. Joseph Scrimshaw is one of the legends of the Star Wars division. He 1 and 3 in Star Wars, it means nothing. He's the only person to really take Damon down to the wire in a title match. Should he win today by a knockout, which unlikely it might be, if he does, that's 10 points that the Mercs will have. If he wins at all today, that's 9 points that they'll have. But if Dimalanta can win and get 3 more points or 4 for the exchange, it's a big win.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can talk about knockouts. I don't know that we're going to see that scenario today because the two competitors we have kicking off our first match are two of the more stellar Star Wars podcasters you're ever going to meet. Andrew Dimalanta, obviously, from his newer show, Going Rogue, and then Joseph Scrimshaw. You have him doing Force Center with Jennifer Landa and some other guy whose name escapes me. They both know so much about Star Wars. And Christian, do you think that this really comes down to maybe experience performing in a live arena, not necessarily live on stage in front of a crowd that's there, but this is on Twitch, it's live, and everybody is showing up for this match? I'm looking at the numbers, and you, sir, are going to have to watch the Kurt Russell Classic, The Thing.
Yes, I am, but it's not about me today. It's about these two. And look, it's more about that. And Andrew Dimalanta is sick of hearing it. He's certainly sick of me hearing it, of me saying it, that he is 0-2. He knows a lot. He knows a lot about Star Wars. However, he started rough. He had that match at Star Wars Celebration where he came in, I believe it was second place, and he came in second place, and he still lost the match. So it was an 0-1. Then he had that really tough fight, that tough scrap against Laura Kelly. Missed his 5-pointer, a really tough 5-pointer. However, still lost the match. Scrimshaw has a victory. There's only a few people in Star Wars divisions that have a victory, and very few that have more than one. So if Dimalanta loses, he knows it. Everything's on the line for him today. Everything. Because it's going to be very hard for him to get another match if he goes 0-3. He knows that. Scrimshaw, he's got nothing to lose. He knows what he knows. And people think he's going to win here. People think that he's going to do it. But this is a scrap. Make no mistakes about it. Andrew Dimalanta, 0-2, 0-7, is a very dangerous, dangerous competitor.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Dimalanta's 2 losses, and you or I, if we had performed that well in a Star Wars match, regardless of the outcome, we'd go to the trophy store ourselves and make ourselves something because we earned it. But with him, you know he cares about the W and nothing else. And with Joseph Scrimshaw, I remember when we did a live event, and he was on stage in a Jedi robe, and he said, we both know a lot. It's just the question of whose brain farts the first. I think we're going to see more of the same here today. And I want to give a special shout out to all of our now newer subscribers watching us on Twitch. It's been so much fun doing these live streams. If you are on Twitch, but you are not yet a Twitch Prime member, do that. Get it done right now because you get free in-game stuff. You get free games. You get 1 Twitch subscription per month. And if you are on Amazon Prime, you already can get a free month of Twitch Prime. Just go to amazon.twitch and then just type in the 2 companies and you'll figure it out. And then after this match and after the next match, we're going to have a special section just for our Patreons who are at the $10 and up tier. They get to hang out with me and Christian, ask some questions, as well as the winning competitor and their manager. So whole lot of goodies for the kids here today, Christian. I am so ready to get this thing going. I've missed you. I've missed Star Wars, and I'm ready to get back in that galaxy.
Well, let's give them another goodie because I want to see how we got here today because our good, the best, maybe editor in the business, Nerd Chronic, had an opportunity to put together this little story. And here we go.
I've never wanted anything more than I do my shot at Alex.
I like Star Wars.
I am Joseph Scrimshaw, and I am a Jedi.
How do you see this shaking out?
I see a scrap.
Hello there.
Oh, hey. What are you guys doing at my house?
Oh, hello, Schmoedown fans. You forget about me?
Andrew Dimalanta, he's been talking to Big Game about how this is going to be his year, and it very well could be, because he's putting in the work.
Nobody in the league can say they're trading harder than Andrew Dimalanta.
From what I hear, everybody's already writing me off because of my 0-2 record.
You know what? He wasn't with the Finstock Exchange yet. That doesn't really make a difference, and we know that.
Joseph Scrimshaw, Star Wars tournament champion. Frankly, it's just a matter of time.
Just my beard knows more about Star Wars than most normal human beings.
That man knows more about Star Wars than George Lucas. I don't know the difference between a metachlorian and a mitochondria, but he does.
Scrimshaw is a guy where he's just plugged in and he's just cool and he's funny and he's like, you don't ever see him really get worked up.
I'm a fan. I have been for quite some time, and you did get the better of me in Chicago. That was last season. This is a new season. New era, new Andrew. My first 2 losses left me scarred, but I assure you, my resolve has never been stronger.
I have nothing but respect for my opponent. Andrew is a Jedi too. The only question is, who will give in to fear?
I see the writers having to have questions for sudden death ready to go.
Coy remembers what happened in New York when we took out his 2 lieutenants. You better get ready, because once the horses come out of the stable, they're going to trample him.
If this is how it has to go, this is how it has to go.
I'm going to go through you and whoever else they put in front of me in this tournament, because if there's one thing the Exchange knows how to do, is win. Let's go hunt.
Go Scrimshaw. Just saying.
I'm not
That was good stuff right there, Christian. And look, once again, props to Nerd Chronic. And if I'm just judging these 2 competitors based off of their facial hair during this extended quarantine, Christian, Dimalanta looks like a fresh-faced farm kid on Tatooine. Scrimshaw looks like the guy assigned to protect him from afar. Will that night's watch translate into the form of a victory here today? We're about to find out.
Who knows? But I'll tell you what, man. I wish that we didn't have to answer these questions, ask these questions, because I want to watch the match. But we'll have to do it together. Before we do that, we saw inside of that trailer, we know how big this is for both the Finstock Exchange and the Quirky Mercs. So we're going to bring in both the manager of the Quirky Mercs, Coy Jandreau, and the one and only Bobby Gucci. Whatever his real name is, no one really cares. So look, let's start with you, Coy. Coy, this is another battle here. This is a chance for you guys to take down the Finstock Exchange. You chose Joseph. You've always been confident in Joseph. So how are you feeling about his chances going in here today against the Finstock Exchange and Andrew Dimalanta?
Look at Gucci playing with his balls.
Waiting with bated
Well,
breath.
I have a lot of respect for Dimalanta. I think he's incredible. I absolutely... Oops, sorry, what was that?
No, it's all right. You got a delay.
Yeah, so I have absolute respect for Dimalanta, but I do think this is a matter of apprentice versus master. I do think there's something to be said for the beard that has erupted from this Jedi Master's face during quarantine. I feel like all of his knowledge has just gone here and is exposing the wisdom of his years. And this is a match that I've been excited for, like I said, since the Comedy Store draft. So I've been really geeked to see this. And like you, I'm just going to lean back and watch the Masters go at it, because I cannot think of a better lineup to have us catch up. We've only played 4 matches, and we have 3-2 in this situation because we did have a 2-person loss in New York. And, well, this is our time to catch up, and I think that's what's going to happen here today.
So, Gooch, look, this is you said it in your promo there. You guys have always been confident in Dimalanta. You chose Dimalanta before you even chose the Barbarian. You knew what this kid, what he's wanted to do, how he's been hungry. But we also know that his back's against the wall. How are you guys feeling? Only being up by 1 point, your shortest lead of the season.
Well, look, like I also said in the promo, people are catching up because we're not playing. You know, once we get back here, we'll create some more space. I mean, like I said, if you don't play, you can't win, and that's just the bottom line. Now, look, Coy, good to see you. Scrimshaw is a fantastic player, but you know, after Dimalanta lost his second match, he came to us at the draft. There was a fire in his eyes that I've never seen before on any competitor. Not even anybody I play with or whatever. So when he came to us and he goes, if you guys get me, I will guarantee you I'll be a beast. And the look in his eyes, we all signed off on it. I mean, because that's what we do in the exchange. You know, the 4 guys that were already, on the team, we said, once we get a free pick, we're going this guy's direction. And that's exactly where we went. We trust in him. And, he trusted in us. And we're going to see what happens here, man. We're really super excited.
Yeah, Christian, you got to give Tom credit. I mean, he had a critically acclaimed draft that night at the Comedy Store, and I applaud him for putting on a shirt, even if it looks like one he stole from Jay Fiedler in 2003. Tom, I want to start with you and then quickly get Coy's answer as well. How have you helped train or coach or mentor your competitor going into this match? They already know a lot about Star Wars. Is there anything that you have to do strategy in-game-wise?
I mean, look, he knows so much. There's only so much somebody could do when you know everything. You know, it's like teaching an old dog new tricks. You can't. And, you know, you really can't change a player's game in the 9th inning. So basically what we were doing, just giving him what I think, you know, what his faults were in the first 2 matches, not technically, you know, he was going too quickly. It's the art of slowing down. It's timing. And so to answer your question, for the most part, timing.
All right, Coy, let's have it from you.
Love the delay.
Similarly, Scrimshaw plays 4-dimensional chess when he's playing Star Wars. So, frankly, I did a lot of checking in on his confidence and emotionality and seeing how he felt about going into the game. I'm in a situation where he knows more about Star Wars than I know about Coy Jandreau. So I just applaud him. I check in on him. I see how he's doing. I see if there's anything he needs from me. And I make sure he knows he's part of the family. I want him to go into this ready as he can be. But as far as knowledge, I've never done anything like it. The man knows Star Wars. So I made sure he was ready to run, and then I got out of the way, and that's what's going to happen today is he's going to run.
All right, well, gentlemen, thank you both. Good luck to you both for Coy Jandreau from the Corky Mercs and Bobby Gucci from the Finstock Exchange. Mark, that's it, man. We've got the managers out there. Really, are you ready to go?
Oh, I'm looking at the Twitch live stream. And Christian, in the words of the great Salacious Crumb,
well, if that's the case, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. 3 rounds in the Star Wars division. Introducing first,
the Finstock Exchange.
Representing the Finstock Exchange, with a record of 0 wins, 2 defeats. He is Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta. Andrew Dimalanta, the Hunter, is here. Andrew, you look ready to go, man. You look serious.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the 0-2.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. You look ready, my man. Look, there's been a lot going on here with you because, like you said, you're tired of it. The record doesn't represent your knowledge. You're supposed to compete last week. It doesn't happen. And here we are. Right now, you're ready to go. You're with the exchange. How important and crucial is this match for you right now?
It's everything. I mean, right now, we're ahead by 1 point. And if, things happen poorly for us today, it's going to be hard to come back for you, even though we have a couple of players in the IG tournament. But I'm not worried about right now. I'm worried about my game and just silencing everybody. The 0-2, the 0-2, the 0-2. I'm tired of it. I'm completely tired of 0-2. And that 0-2 record, I've said it before, does not represent me and my Star Wars knowledge. So I'm ready to get it going today.
Yeah, Andrew, a lot of times, just like the first question in a Schmoedown match, it's that first win that is the toughest one to get. So being 0-2, have you allowed your mind to drift into how it's going to feel when you finally do get that win? And if so, when do you stop dreaming and just focus on this match that's right in front of you?
You focused on the match in front of you, but you have to look ahead to, not really look ahead to who's in front of you, but like the goal. And people have always been saying I've been calling Damon out. I have been calling Damon out. I'm just saying my goal is Damon. With any competitor that comes into this league, into this division, whatever division you play in, if your goal isn't the title, then you're lying to yourself. Everybody's goal should be the title, and that's what I've been saying like throughout this entire time of people saying I'm calling Damon out.
All right, well, Andrew, the Hunter Dimalanta, he is here. He is ready. Andrew, thank you. We're going to put you in the waiting room as we get to your opponent. And his opponent. Representing the Quirky Mercs.
I love David.
With a record of 1 win, 3 defeats. Representing Force Center, he is Joseph, the Jedi Master Scrimshaw. Joseph Scrimshaw, the Jedi Master, the legend, the man himself. We haven't seen you a little bit in the Schmoedown. Good to have you back, my man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling calm, at peace, passive. How are you?
Sounds on brand. Look, man, this has been a fun road for you. You've always had fun doing this. You're one of the competitors that every time you're out there, you have a smile on your face. Even there's that famous line of when Jen is interviewing you, and you're trying to make me cry, and it is not going to work because you are happy and always just you're doing this for fun, and you've always been really solid, and yet the only person to take the current champion to the wire in Chicago last year in the live event. Andrew Dimalanta, thoughts on him as a competitor? Have you watched his matches? Like, how are you feeling about him going into this?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I got to watch his first match in Chicago by sitting physically next to him and appreciating his Bespin jacket that he is sporting again today. I think he is a great competitor. And honestly, listening to all of the buildup, listening to the discussion, I wish that Andrew would win, but I need to actually commit to what I have been assigned. I feel like I am a member of the Quirky Mercs Jedi Council. I committed to doing something to this combat, and I must do my best, unfortunately.
Yeah, Joe, when you talk about handling the pressure, I don't think that there's many people better at that or more trained at that than you. I've seen it happen in Schmoedown matches. I saw it happen when you had 10 minutes to prepare for doing a set in front of a packed crowd in Chicago, and you crushed all of these things. So what have you gleaned from the Star Wars movies that has helped you develop this ability to come through in the clutch?
I don't know. I feel like there's this subtle theme running through the films about not giving in to anger because it tightens you up and it makes you fail, and instead trying to be calm, peaceful, never wanting a conflict, but when one arises, you must be the shield.
He's already got the lightsaber ready, Christian. I think
to be perfectly honest, I thought you were going to ask me about it. I didn't intend to have to hold it here this long.
Well, you did, and you did it like a pro, and you didn't complain until you were asked about it. So Joseph, the Jedi Master Scrimshaw, is here. Good luck, my friend. I'm going to bring in your competitor, Andrew, the Hunter Dimalanta. Gentlemen are here. Mark, they are set. Can you tell us how round number 1 goes?
Oh, it gives me great pleasure. As you know, Christian, ye exalted one. 10 questions are going to be coming at the competitors from 10 different corners of Star Wars movie trivia Schmoedown know-how. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number 1. As soon as we ask the question, fellas, you have 15 seconds to write down your best attempted answer with whatever utensil and tablet you prefer to utilize. Once we ask you by name or Star Wars nickname, please show what you wrote to your camera at the same time you verbalize your answer into the microphone. I'll remind each competitor that you have 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. You also each have 1 challenge to be used at any point by your manager at any point during the contest. Christian, they seem ready. They seem prepped. They've been here before, maybe never on a Twitch stage, but for them, I don't think they're intimidated in the slightest.
No, I don't think so either, but they are here. And I also want to remind the audience once again that although both our competitors and the managers are not looking at the live chat, we have to tell you guys, do not put answers, whether they're right answers or wrong answers, in the live chat. You will be removed from the stream should you do that by our moderators. But thank you for getting us here, Mark. Appreciate it. Thank you for the rules in round number 1. So I start with Andrew Dimalanta. Are you ready?
Ready. Let's do this.
Joseph, are you ready?
The answer is yes.
Then let's get ready to
Another new logo.
All right, everybody. Round number one. Question number one. Here we go. Revenge of the Sith is the first category. Gentlemen, after saving Palpatine and crashing back to Coruscant, how does Obi-Wan describe the landing? We need the quote.
Another happy landing.
Christian, for all the aspiring ring announcers out there, what advice would you give them to get that full throat intro?
Finish college. 5, 4.
Don't do drugs.
2, 1. Pens down, please. And we start with Andrew Dimalanta.
Another happy landing.
Yes, and Joseph.
Another happy landing.
1-1. 1-1. All right. Next question, Mark.
That is correct. Your next question is in the world of The Force Awakens, episode 7, or somewhere around there. The question, to whom does Poe Dameron say the Resistance will not be intimidated by you?
Kylo Ren.
One of the great evenings of our lives, Christian. And I'm just talking about when we saw the trailer for Force Awakens.
That's true. And
then we went to the movie.
4, 3, 2, 1. Joseph.
Kylo Ren.
Yes, sir. And Andrew.
Kylo Ren.
2-2. To no one's surprise, it is 2-2. Going into the third question. Here we go. The Empire Strikes Back, the best movie in the entire franchise. When hanging below Cloud City, whom does Luke call for first?
Ben.
Tell you what, man, I did hear that that Empire theme when they're flying through the asteroid field.
Yeah, it's great.
Chills.
Yeah.
Woo.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Andrew.
Ben Kenobi.
Yes. And Joseph.
Ben.
Yep. We find ourselves at 3-3. Okay, Mark, next question.
Yes, we do. And we go to The Phantom Menace, the movie that Ken Knapsack waited in line to see for 3 months. Your question, to whom is Qui-Gon Jinn speaking when he says, whenever you gamble, my friend, eventually you'll lose?
Watto.
Which
Qui-Gon when I've gone to Vegas.
begs the question. Most money ever lost in Vegas, Christian? I think I'm like 250, 300, something like that.
Close to $1,000. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Joseph.
Watto.
Yes, it is. Andrew.
Watto.
4. As we get to question number 5, the category, gentlemen, is solo. We learn that Chewbacca is how old in Solo?
All right, Christian, the moment everybody's out there's been waiting for. It's a Watto impression off. I'll go first. Jedi.
You win.
He's 190 years old, I think.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Andrew.
190 years old.
That is correct. Joseph.
190 years old. Ooh.
Please do that for every answer, Joseph. All right. Next question, Mark.
That's right. We're now halfway through round number 1. Each competitor is still perfect. If they maintain this perfect pace coming out of halftime, then you're going to be asked a bonus question that's also worth 1 point. We go now to the greatest film ever made, Return of the Jedi is your next category, fellas. Who is said to be less forgiving than Darth Vader in Return of the Jedi?
The Emperor.
My mother.
The Emperor is not as forgiving as I am.
Her and I exchange emails often. She's not forgiving to me about my opinion about the New York Yankees.
4, 3,
He loves them.
2, 1. Joseph.
The Emperor. Yeah.
Andrew.
Palpatine.
Yes, that is correct. All right. Next question. All right, here we go. The Rise of Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker.
Skies of Skywalker.
Who serves as the gunner aboard the Millennium Falcon during the Battle of Exegol?
You know, I love that Return of the Jedi deleted scene where Luke's building the lightsaber. That's got to be the best deleted scene ever, right? In Star Wars?
It works. I mean, this little dialogue he's got with Vader, but 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Joseph.
The scene that made people in the audience go, "Why are some people cheering for a middle-aged man?" It is Wedge Antilles.
That is correct. And Andrew.
Wedge.
Yes. All right. Next question here.
In Attack of the Clones is our next category, episode 2. And your question, what does the man in the nightclub try to sell to Obi-Wan?
You want to buy some dead sticks?
Christian, fun question for you. Last time you were in a nightclub.
Yes. Oh, you're asking me when? I don't know. Probably when the last time I was in Vegas, a long time ago. And 5.
Losing $1,000?
3, yeah, probably. 2. 1, pens down and Dimalanta.
Death sticks.
Yes, Joseph.
Death sticks.
You guys are doing really well in the impressions and everything. As we get to the next question is question number 9. Last Jedi. Holdo deems Poe to be a trigger-happy what?
Ooh.
That's a good
I had a nickel for every time I've been called this.
Yep. You'd have a nickel. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Joseph.
Flyboy.
Yes.
Hi.
Dimalanta.
Flyboy.
We have it. 9-9. Mark, it's the last question here. However, if they both hit this, then they both get a bonus question. Here we go.
That's right. And that is in the category of the movie that gave us the term Flyboy, at least in outer space, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. And the query is, what is the name of the Imperial informant at Mos Eisley? Okay, this is Christian. This is the writers rolling their sleeves up and being like, "All right, let's up this a notch."
Oh, they knew. The writers knew this was going to be one they were going to be busy with. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And we start with Andrew.
Garindan.
Garindan is correct. And Joseph.
Garindan is my pronunciation, but that works just fine in Star Wars, right?
Garindan, yes, it is.
Boba Fett, same thing.
We have ourselves a 10-10 game. No one has missed, as we thought could happen. And now the way it works, guys, you'll get one question. You do, because you both are perfect right now, you both still have to write it down the same way we have been. So, Andrew, you ready?
Yes.
Joseph, you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Here's the bonus question. Who was Count Dooku's Jedi apprentice before he left the Jedi Council?
Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon's.
Yeah.
I had some of these in round number 1. Not the
drink.
Nope.
Nope, not the whole thing. And we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we start with Joseph.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yes, Andrew.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
11. Wow, unbelievable. We knew that it could happen. It did happen. So we're going to bring in both Bobby Gucci, Coy Andrew here. Coy's a little delayed, but that's okay. So yeah, so here's how it's going to work because let's go to round the rules around number 2 first, Mark. What are the rules?
Thank you, Christian. You know I love talking. So in round number 2, this is known as the wheel round, the Wheel of Fate, Doom, Justice. Now, rest assured, gentlemen, every slice on this wheel has to do with Star Wars, but your knowledge therein might vacillate. So be careful when you spin that wheel. Once you do settle on a category, you're going to hear 5 questions. Each question's worth 2 points. There is no penalty for missing a question. However, stealing is available in round number 2. So if you're not sure of the answer, you might want to ask us for multiple choice. You're allowed to do that each and every question. At that point, the value of the query does go down to 1 point. So it's a tied ball game here, Christian. 11-11. Which competitor and which manager thereby is going to get a look at that wheel first?
Scrimshaw will have the opportunity. He's the higher ranked competitor. We'll let Coy and Joseph going to drop out both Finstock and Andrew at the moment. Gentlemen, you'll have 60 seconds to discuss what you want to do, Joseph, starting now.
Coy, I have an opinion of what I would like to do. Would you like to weigh in before I say it?
I want to hear yours first.
Okay, this is generally how we've interacted, but mostly over email. It's been a very pleasant relationship. I would like to allow the hunter to hunt first.
Okay.
I'm all for it. I was going to suggest the same.
All
right. Great discussion, manager.
Kindred spirit.
Sorry.
The delay. It's okay. So all right. So we're going to drop out Coy and Joseph. We're going to bring in both Scrimshaw and Dimalanta as the wheel will be brought up here. The wheel will be brought up. We're going to, before we spin it here, again, you will have, you'll have 60 seconds to talk to your competitor, Gooch, before this round, for any words of encouragement or whatever you want to say, starting now.
Look, if that's the zone. These guys are both in the zone. We knew this was going to happen. This is a championship match. Andrew is in his zone, but he's got this. This is also the Gucci-verse. This is like the little ball that was in Men in Black. That was the galaxy around somebody's neck. Just happens to be a Star Wars galaxy today.
Sure.
We don't care if we go first or 100th. Let's roll.
All right, cool. All right, so with that, we're going to get the first spin out there. Here we go.
Took a long time for Gucci to get there, Christian, but he arrived at port.
Figured it out.
Here we come to the Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace. Going to give you another 60 seconds here to talk it out, starting now.
AD, how you feeling?
Doing good. We've talked about this before, so let's go.
Do it.
All right. Don't need this. They're taking 5 seconds. All right, Gooch, going to drop you off. And we're going to bring back Joseph here. Joseph, please just make sure we can see both your hands, guys. So thank you. The hands are up. We are going to go to the Phantom Menace. This is round 2. That's okay. Round 2. Phantom Menace. All right, Andrew, are you ready?
Yes.
First question. What is the name of the protocol droid that greets Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan on the Trade Federation flagship?
TC-14.
TC-14.
Yes, it is, for 2 points. Second question. Finish Queen Amidala's quote. I will not condone a course of action that will lead
our people to
us to war.
No.
Yes, it is. 2 more points.
You'll lead us to war.
All right.
Sorry.
Question number 3. What advice does Shmi give to Anakin when he leaves Tatooine?
Be brave and don't look back.
That is correct, for 2 more points. Andrew Dimalanta showing up here in this round thus far. Question number 4. What is the name of Newt Gunray's settlement officer and lieutenant who is also his right-hand man?
Lot Third. No.
Rune Hako.
Yes, 2 more points.
So
all right, final question here is Andrew Dimalanta putting up a hell of a fight as we get into our final question. In episode 1, what system did R2-D2 have to bypass in order to restore the shields on the Naboo cruiser as they blasted through the blockade?
The autopilot?
The main power drive.
2 more points. Perfect round for Andrew Dimalanta. He has not missed. 21-11 as Dimalanta hits a perfect round. All right, Andrew, we're going to drop you out here for that. Bring back Coy. Give Coy another 60 seconds here to have a discussion with Joseph, should he choose to use it, starting now.
Starting now?
I feel abandoned. I see nothing
but lagging.
But darkness. But I will find the light.
All right.
I don't feel the need to discuss anything if they're otherwise if we want to get R2 here to get past the main power drive.
Yeah, I don't think Coy's going to be able to talk right now, but he looks like a very good Conor McGregor right there. Look at him.
He's in the garbage compactor at the moment. We'll see if we can get him dry and back out of the chute.
All right, so we're going to bring up the wheel here, and Coy will stoically look on. I don't think he's going to be able to give you your 60 seconds, Joseph, but here we go. Here's the first spin.
Joseph, if you're not sure which movie it lands on, you can ask me. I'll give you some insight.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
New Hope.
That's a New Hope, Christian.
I will take it.
We're going to take it. All right. So he's taking New Hope. We're going to bring back Andrew Dimalanta. Both gentlemen, thank you for showing your hands. Mark, let's get to A New Hope.
All right. The movie that kicked us all off back in 1977. The last time I competed in a Schmoedown. Joseph, your first question of 5 for 2 points. What is the call sign of the rebel fighter that misses their shot on the exhaust port of the Death Star?
Red leader.
2 points goes to Joseph Scrimshaw.
Took his time there, Mark, and took his time, and it looked a good move as he gets the 2 points.
That's right. And now we go on to your next question. In A New Hope, Luke says that Ben lives out beyond where?
Dune Sea.
The Dune Sea.
2 more points for Joseph. He's trying to catch Dimalanta. He might be able to do it and tie before round number 3 if he can get these last 3 questions right. Joseph, what does Luke compare flying at full throttle in the Death Star trench to in A New Hope?
Beggar's Canyon.
Beggar's Canyon.
It is exactly like Beggar's Canyon back home.
Wow.
Now we move on to your penultimate question in round number 2. Joseph, in A New Hope, during the battle of the first Death Star, an Imperial officer reports to Darth Vader that they detected how many rebel ships approaching?
30.
Wow.
Same number of terrorists that took over Nakatomi Plaza. And now we're into your last question, Joseph, and this is for the tie going into round number 3 for 2 points. According to Tarkin, who will have direct control of the territories with the Senate dissolved?
The regional
The
governor.
regional governors.
We're tied going into round number 3, Christian.
Holy
We might be
moly.
looking at overtime.
Holy moly. 21-21. It is exactly what we thought. They have not missed. They've both been perfect. It is exactly the match we thought it would be, could be, should be. And Mark, it is the
I can
third
learn to
round.
understand you much better if I can get familiar with the way you talk.
Oh,
I
cool.
need to
That's somebody's phone. All
That
right.
sounded like a Star Wars moment.
Amazing.
I believe that was TC-14.
It was. All right. Well, let's get to round number 3, Mark. How's that go?
Is Siri going to read it or no? Okay, I'm back up. So your round number 3 rules are as follows. This is the round that will determine the match, lest we go, in some probability, to sudden death overtime. What we need from each competitor is a series of numbers. These numbers are going to correspond to a different corner of Star Wars know-how. You can pick any 3 numbers from 1 to 20, just not the same numbers as your opponent. Each number is going to correspond to, at first, your 2-point question, and then at your 3-point question, and then finally, should we make it that far, and I think we will, your last question is worth 5 big points. So once again, because Scrimshaw is the better ranked competitor, currently anyway, Joseph is going to give us his 3 numbers from 1 to 21st. Joseph, what feels lucky, sir?
17, 19, and 20.
All right. And Andrew?
7, 11, and 18.
7, 11, and 18 for Andrew Dimalanta. Both have their JTE rules. All right, so we'll start with Coy. Coy, you have 60 seconds to talk to your competitor should you want to use it starting now.
Joseph, I just unplugged everything and plugged it back in, so I am back, and I am sorry, but I knew you would be this player. I knew that if there was anyone that I could go, oh no, the internet broke, it would be you, because I trust you in this game more than anyone else. You have been the exact player I have expected. Holy shit, the things you know about this world is staggering. In fact, the fact that I was able to run around unplugging shit while you played is a testament to your fucking ability. You're an incredible pressure player. I know under pressure you do very, very well. I'm sorry for swearing. I'm very excited to see where you go with this next round, and I apologize to all the people watching that my internet died. So much love for the Schmoedown.
All right, thank you, Coy. Very
to quote C-3PO and Jar Jar Binks, how rude.
How rude.
Yes, yes, it was.
Shit, he had to unplug his boat twice.
All right,
Speed round
Gooch.
champion himself.
Wowzers. Andrew, you know the deal. Let's get it.
All right, short and sweet. I like it. Who would have thought? All right, thank you. I'm going to drop you guys out of there too. Here we go. We have we're going to start with Andrew Dimalanta, who chose category number 7 here, Mark. Category number 7. That would be, excuse me, category number 7 is Rogue One. Category 7 is Rogue One. Andrew, are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Chirrut Imwe says the strongest stars have hearts of what?
Kyber.
Kyber.
Yes, for 2 points. Anything to Joseph Scrimshaw,
What a match.
who chose category number 17, Mark.
That is right. So, Joseph, you may be familiar with this film because your category is Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope.
Mm-hmm.
And your question, for 2 points and to tie Andrew. In A New Hope, how does Admiral Moti describe Vader's devotion to his sorcerer's ways?
Sad devotion to an ancient religion.
It is indeed sad, isn't it? It's not true. Actually, it's worth 2 points, and I think the Force is real, Christian.
All right, so Andrew Dimalanta now gets his 3-pointer, which is category 11. Category 11, The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi. According to Vice Admiral Holdo, after much of the Resistance leadership was lost, how many members of the Resistance are left?
400.
Yes, it is. 3 points for Andrew Dimalanta as we now get to Joseph Scrimshaw and Mark, who chose category 19.
Yes, he did, Christian. Bernie Kosar's number corresponds to creatures and alien races, Joseph. And for 3 points, your question, once again for the tie, what skeleton can be seen as R2 and C-3PO cross the Tatooine desert in A New Hope?
Dragon.
Krayt Dragon.
3
I mean, yeah, everybody knows that. Right?
26. These two guys are firing at all cylinders, and Andrew Dimalanta has to hit his 5-pointer here. Doesn't have to. I mean, excuse me. If he hits it, then he puts himself in the lead and forces Scrimshaw to hit it. If he misses, Scrimshaw can win the game with his 5. All right, Andrew, category 18. Category 18, droids.
You don't serve your kind.
Here you go. What hoop-wheeled robot missile launcher is employed against the clone army? Excuse me, what hoop-wheeled robot missile launcher is employed against the clone army on Geonosis?
Hellfire droid.
A Hailfire droid.
For 5 points, Andrew Dimalanta hits it. Big shot. So, Mark, we find ourselves here. If Joseph Scrimshaw hits it, sudden death. If he misses, Andrew Dimalanta will advance to the next round, Mark. Category number 20.
The categories don't go any higher, and neither do the stakes, Christian. For 5 points in the tie, Joseph, you selected Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. And your question. In Episode 2, at the beginning of the film, a handful of Jedi are meeting in Chancellor Palpatine's office, discussing how more and more star systems are joining the Separatists. Name 5 of the Jedi that are in attendance.
Yoda,
20 seconds to answer this one.
Yoda, Mace Windu, Luminara Unduli, Barriss Offee, and Plo Koon.
Oh, right, Plo Koon.
Christian,
ladies and gentlemen.
we knew it was going to happen.
Wow.
We're going to overtime.
Going to sudden death. This is insane. Here, as we knew it would happen, sudden death. We are here. It's been predicted, and we are now going to get to sudden death. Mark, how does sudden death go?
Sudden death is actually going to feel a lot like round number 1, except stakes are a little bit higher, gentlemen. You see, we're going to ask a question to the field. You're then going to write down your best attempt at an answer with whatever tablet and utensil you prefer to use. At that point, once we ask you by name to reveal your answer, show it to us and verbalize it into the microphone. Each question's worth a point, but here's the rub. If you both get the question correct, we move on to the next question, and so on and so forth. If you both miss the question, we move on to the next question, and so on and so forth. But if one of you gets the question correct, the other one misses the question, the person who is the correct answer or gets the win. Christian, it's the narrowest of margins, but we got to declare a winner at some point this evening, right?
We think. I mean, the points have to be broken already in this. It's 31-31 between these two guys. You have one JTE rule here. It's even though you haven't used all 3, there's only 1 per sudden death. So I ask Andrew, are you ready?
Ready.
All right, Joseph, are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, here we go, guys. Great match, by the way. Here we go. What did Darth Vader say the only thing that could destroy him was?
And they're writing it down, Christian, and you just got to feel like we could be here for a while, and I'm all for it.
We're going to find out in a second.
I don't remember that.
Not going to reveal even if somebody gets it wrong until both are answered. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Andrew?
Luke's hatred.
And Joseph?
Luke.
That is correct for 1 point apiece. 1 point apiece, as we have Luke or Luke's hatred was the answers that were on here. Luke, you want to talk to Gucci?
Yeah, I would like to challenge that.
All right, you want to challenge?
I was putting a challenge right there.
I want to challenge that.
You want to challenge that it's Luke's hatred, not Luke?
Yeah, because that's the full answer.
That's the exact line. Is only your hatred can destroy me.
All right, so give me a second. We're going to put our because of what happened in the first match with both Quevedo and Ace. We're going to put our mic. We're going to mute the mics to challenge. Thank you. Keep that up, and we're going to mute our mics here, and I will do a phone call here with PJ and Mark. We'll be right back. All right, we are coming back here. So the answer, after conferring with the writer and both the writer and Mark Ellis, and your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta. The answer was indeed Luke's hatred, and not just Luke's hatred. So with that, we are going to give the win to Andrew Dimalanta. As we conferred there, challenge was held, and Andrew Dimalanta will advance. Let's bring back in Coy Jandrew here. Guys, listen, hell of a match, hell of a battle. It was really, really amazing. Awesome battle. Thank you for both. I'm going to put both Coy and Joseph for a second in the waiting room, and I'm going to talk to both Gucci and Andrew here. So hold on 1 second, guys. All right, Andrew, you did it. You won. You took the challenge there at the end there. You used it the right way. Gucci, you guys used the challenge.
That's great.
Does it feel like you got a big monkey off of your back?
Absolutely. I was about to challenge one of his questions in the second round, but I was like, I'll save it. So I'm actually glad I saved it then.
Yeah. So you saved it. You got it. Gucci, you got to be feeling good here. I mean, that was
first of all, I'll take my hat and glasses off to Joseph Scrimshaw. What a game. Jesus. Wow.
Yeah.
But what did I tell you? This guy's fire was there. We knew it. And look what he did here. I'm on the edge of my seat. It's the first time I'm really on the edge of my seat in a really, really long time in a Schmoedown match. This was incredible. I wanted this for this guy. I've never seen anybody study like this. And like I said, outside of the other core four, this was the first guy we drafted. I saw the eye of the tiger in his eyes. Trust me, I know Rocky III and what it looks like when you want to win. When he came out after he got done in Apollo's gym, this guy had that fire. And he said, I will not let you down. And he did not. We would have won 100 questions here. That was a fantastic match. I mean, that's championship level stuff. Andrew.
It's
wow.
It's hard to deny that. It's hard to deny that. Joseph Scrimshaw was, I don't know if there's anyone who knows more than Star Wars than him. And he missed it by a word. It was a word.
And we knew that was what was going to come down to. Mm-hmm. There is we studied him. We had a couple of different things that we thought maybe were his weaknesses. And unfortunately, he didn't get them. He got a ton of new hope. We knew he was strong in that. So it was going to be an issue there. We had a couple of different, categories where please let him get this, that, and the other thing. But we knew it was going to come down to some kind of challenge or just a quick answer. A word or spelling, something at the very least. So we definitely were looking. That was our main goal, to look exactly on his sheet when he was putting it down and how the words came out. Like I said, this was a fantastic match. Andrew, fantastic.
All right.
Wow.
Well,
yeah.
Wow. That's what the Stock Exchange is all about.
Andrew, you got 2 victories here today. You defeated Joseph Scrimshaw in overtime, and you also made Gucci emotional, which I've never seen before. So let me ask you, it's a mirror of the question that I asked you before the match started. I asked you, have you thought about what winning would feel like? And now we're here in the winner's circle. What does it feel like?
It feels great because, it was a lot like my first 2 matches. So close. Last question, last points. So, You saw it right when the challenge came back and the excitement that I had. I'm so glad that like you said, it's a monkey off my back, because for almost a year now, all I've had to hear was, Andrew, 0-2. We might take him. He's good. He might be good enough to compete, but is he good enough to win in this division? And I think that's what I proved today.
Well, what you did absolutely prove it. I mean, you didn't miss a single question. You answered them pretty damn fast too, to be honest with you. And you beat a game competitor in Joseph Scrimshaw. I mean, I
totally.
Like I'm talking to Alex Damon. Alex Damon had said to me at one point that he thought Scrimshaw was the guy that maybe was going to take the title from him at one point. But now you put yourself in that position. You sit back and you wait. You're not going to have to find out for too long, because in a little bit here we're going to find out. It's going to be Molly Damon or Adam Witt. I think I know the answer to this question, but do you have a preference on who you play?
You've asked me this before. I don't care. Whoever comes out of this, I mean, either one would be great to play. Both of them are fantastic competitors. They're very evenly matched, both game wise and knowledge wise. So whoever comes out on top, I'll be happy to play. But I don't care who I go against next. The ultimate goal is to win this tournament and go through whoever is in front of me.
Well, thank you. Right. Hold back for just a second, because there are patrons who are going to be talking with both you and Gucci in just a second here. So I'm going to drop you guys out, and I'm going to bring in Joseph Scrimshaw, who just continues. Dude, that was just impressive beyond all stretches of the imagination. And Koish, Andrew, you got to be, I mean, bummer that it has to come down to one word there at the end, but you got to be proud of the way Scrimshaw played there.
I could not be prouder. It was down to a word. That is the definition of down to the wire. Like, that was authentically, that was for me, that was like Whitwer and Nabzok, where I was standing on the sidelines just sweating. Except this time I had skin in the game, and I wouldn't change a thing. It's one word. I totally understand why it happened, how it happened. And honestly, I had so much faith in both of these competitors. This was one of my matches of the year. The fact that I was invested, it was one of my matches of the year, and it was still that good, I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, Joseph, look, it's again a bummer that it comes down to that one word, but you've got to be happy with that match overall and the way that Andrew and you showed up. Everyone said that it would be that match, and it was that match.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I could feel Andrew's passion, not his anger, but his passion. He obviously studied very hard. This is obviously very, very important to him, and he absolutely backed up all of his emotion and all of his desire. So huge congratulations to Andrew. I think the thing that I'm happiest about is that Andrew's answer was, of course, the most correct. Luke's hatred is what Vader says can destroy him. But what makes me truly happy is we're playing a trivia contest, and it's great. Everybody deserves their wins, particularly Andrew. But the real answer in the story of Star Wars is that Luke's hatred could not destroy Vader. Only Luke's compassion could. And that is ultimately what is most important to me as a Star Wars fan and a human being.
Okay.
Wow.
Christian, just let this guy host the remainder of the matches. I mean,
you want to host the Molly Damon and Witt match?
What are you and I doing here when you have a talent like Joseph Scrimshaw? Joseph, I was going to ask you a question. I guess I'll still ask it, but I mean, classy, and I suspected nothing less, but so classy, even if in heartbreaking defeat. So now you're on the sideline, and at least the pressure's off. So you're watching the rest of this tournament play out. Is there somebody, and maybe it's your opponent who just felled you, that can take on ultimately Alex Damon and get that belt from him? Who do you see as the favorite?
Well, let's see that bracket. We have the actual bracket that we can show. Here's the bracket at the moment. We have Laura Kelly, who will be playing the winner of Ken Nabzok and Andres Cabrera. You have now Andrew Dimalanta, who has advanced, playing the winner of Molly Damon versus Adam Witt. Joseph, you see those names up there. Who you got?
I would lean a little bit towards Laura, Andrew, or Molly, because I've seen both Laura and Andrew's level of study right now. Molly is a part of a business that is just Star Wars knowledge. But this is not a critique. I'm just going to be honest with you. I think the main challenge for this entire Schmoedown is the competitors versus the question writing. Because I think you're going to get this is not a critique. It's just the level that you guys have inspired competitors to go to. You're going to keep getting matches like this because people are obviously down to having memorized the color of every pod racer's flag. People are
That is
deep,
true.
deep, deep. So you're going to get more matches like this that are absolutely neck and down to the wire, and that's going to make for a thrilling competition.
It already has today. I can't thank you enough. I know that there's a lot going on in your world right now, and the fact that you made this time for us, I greatly appreciate it. I thank you very much. I hope everyone is safe and sound. And again, thank you for being here, and thank you for just putting on an absolute show, man. This was a real fun treat. As a Scrimshaw, if we could have you guys kind of leave from the now, because we're going to start our patron show and we want to let some patrons in. But thank you guys so very much. Corey Jandrew, you'll see more of him. He's got 2 competitors in the Inner Geekdom tournament coming up here really soon. So thank you both, Coy and Mr. Joseph Scrimshaw. All right.
Yeah, and since Joseph was kind enough to not only show us how much better he is at doing our jobs than we are, he gave a great promo for the rest of the Star Wars matches to take place on Twitch. Let's remind everybody they can listen to Joseph Scrimshaw on his podcast Force Center alongside Jennifer Landa and Ken Knapsack. And then Andrew Dimalanta, the winner, also has Going Rogue. So whole lot more Star Wars where these 2 gentlemen came from.
All right, so now we are going to do our portion of the show.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause it right there because I'm getting really short on time. But this was a great match. I've had a lot of fun. I really miss doing these Schmoedown reactions. I love them. I enjoy them. But you have to understand me. I'm a working man, and I work days and night shifts. So I barely have enough time for myself. There are so many other things that I want to do and I can't because of my job. Hopefully one day in the future I can change all that and I can just do what I want, but for right now I can't, and I hope you guys understand me for that. This is why this match is going on my channel so late, and I've waited a week and a half just to watch it. I'm gonna try, hopefully I can watch all of the other matches over the next week or so I can get all caught up on all the matches that I've missed, and hopefully from now on I can just watch Schmoedown matches and do reaction videos to Schmoedown matches as soon as they become available, because it is really getting hard for me. So thank you guys for watching. If you've watched it, thank you guys for sticking around till the end of this video. If you have, and I will hopefully see you guys on the next match, which will undoubtedly, if it's still on Twitch, it'll undoubtedly be Molly Damon versus Adam the Razor Witt. So thank you guys for watching. And until next time, guys, may the Force be with you. Always. Hello again, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.